This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I I cannot believe this. Joshua, shout out to you. I don't know if you'll ever see this, perhaps in the future, because I don't really disclose these videos, or unless you're like a madman and you do a deep dive on all my monologues that I do on the second channel that I don't even, you know, make my main channel viewers aware of. But you shout out to you because, well, let me not deliver this in second person as if like I'm speaking to you. Second person, right? Yeah, second person. You. Those are the prepositions. But yeah, shout out to Joshua dude because he. Wait, is that second person as well? I don't know. I just mean that I'm not going to be talking directly to as if I'm talking directly to him. Joshua, as of like 5 minutes ago, he bought a pedal of mine. He bought a pedal of mine. He's the first client of faux-physical. That's the name of the pedal company, or like the pedal business that I'm trying to get off the ground. He's the first client. He will go down as the first client to ever believe in me. At least to the point of actually acting out and purchasing a pedal. That is incredible. He's gone and done that. He's gone and done that. He's gone and purchased the pedal. Had a chat with him on Instagram. He's the first one. Not even my friends care about like my pedal endeavors. I keep trying to talk to my friends, my guitar inclined friends. Like, you know, they're not really they're not as stoked as I hope they'd be. They're not as stoked as I would be if my guitar friend came up to me and was like, "Yo, dude, I'm making my own pedal." I would have gone ballistic. Like, what? You're making your own pedal, dude? Like, fill me in. You know. But yeah, I don't mean to like slag off the friends now. I'm just saying that Joshua is insane. Shout out Joshua. And the only reason I know his full name because on Instagram he uses an alias like we all do. Like he uses like a username that isn't his government name. The only reason I know his government name is because of the flipping PayPal thing he told me that a dude named Joshua did the thing. So shout out to you, Joshua. Thanks for believing in me. My phone is about to die. Um, it's really moments like this where I wish I could really meet the people that come through for me just so that I can assure them that I'm honestly and sincerely looking to pull through for them. Like as it is right now, I'm pacing up and down. I know I usually pace anyway, but this time I did notice that I got up and paced because of this. Yeah, it's moments like this where I wish I could just reach into my chest, pull my heart out, and put my heart in their hands, just to sort of like let them know that I'm not gonna turn away. I'm not gonna take off on them and just abandon them. I'm gonna go and do the mission, and then I'm gonna come back for my heart because I need my heart. It's moments like that where I wish I could just lend you something valuable of mine to show you that I'm not looking to take off. This dude is brave, dude, because let's not act brand new. Let's not act like um the preconceptions aren't there. Let's not act like, you know, all this negative stuff isn't out there that could like potentially discourage someone from, purchasing anything from a person in my position. I don't know why I'm trying to be vague, but I believe you hear what I'm trying to say, He overlooked that. He overlooked that. I don't know why he overlooked that. Perhaps he's like well versed in like transacting with people from my area or something. I don't know. I don't know. Because the preconceptions can get to someone. Someone could look at I don't even want to get too deep on this, but someone could look at my channel and be like, "Yo, this dude is not where I'm from. I have no reason to believe that he's gonna pull through for me. He could just be trying to, you know, crook me out of my money, you know." But he believed in me, and I'll let you know something. He approached this in like a supportive way, you know. He made it clear to me that he was mostly sending me the funds that he did from like a supportive kind of standpoint, you know, because he told me that he appreciates the videos and stuff, and I couldn't believe that. I tend to forget that human beings watch my videos, you know. So he was letting me know that he was supporting me. This is insane. And I told him, I was like, dude, perhaps you could like hold off a bit because my suppliers are still, you know, sorting out the PCBs and whatnot. But he still sent me the funds, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm mostly looking to support. Yes, I'd like the product, but it's mostly coming from like a supportive heart. This fund, this money that I sent you." And I let him know. I was like, "Dude, I appreciate this more than you know because being in the position I'm at, this is the point where support means the most." I'm not getting emotional. I don't know why my voice is getting funny, but well, I am emotional. I guess what I mean is I'm not gonna cry or anything, even though I ought to, man. Because this is one of those moments that really motivate someone. I was already motivated and driven, but this is one of those moments that kind of nudge me and let me know, like, dude, you could you might be onto something here, you know. So yeah, I let him know that this is the point where I need support the most. This is the point where I need support the most because this is the very beginning, you know. Typically with businesses and stuff, they need people to believe in them, i.e., like investors, i.e., like what are other business terms, you know, essentially just people coming in and saying, okay, you haven't quite established the product yet, but we're sending you funds and stuff because we believe in you and we like what you've got going on. I told him that. I was like, yo, this is the point where support is most appreciated because the funds that he's gone and sent me are most definitely gonna go back into the pedal stuff, you know, and help accelerate that and you know make it better and you know just get it moving faster and whatnot. That is incredible. So yeah, shout out to anyone that believes in me. Shout out to you, Joshua, for being the first person to believe in this product, being the first person to really um support this product, support me really, to be honest, at least financially, you know. At the same time, I don't want to slag off like all the people who like supported me with their words and stuff. You know, people who've taken time out of their day to really say something meaningful to me. You know, I don't want to diminish that at the same time, you know. So yeah, I'm feeling really blessed. I'm feeling very supported. I'm feeling very favored right now. And I do want to thank God for the lives of my supporters. I want to thank God for the life of Joshua, the first person to believe in me. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but or hear this. But yeah, I mean well, dude. I mean well. I'm trying to see if I can't, you know, make something of myself. You know, I briefly, well, not briefly, you know me, I really go on rants and stuff, but I spoke about this in the previous video. I was speaking about how I don't really have a whole lot to lean on in terms of like making ends meet, or like, I don't know how to put it. I don't really have a whole lot that I can use as a means to, you know, sustain myself on this planet, I guess. You know, I spoke about how I'm not very academically inclined. I can't really depend on my academics. Can't really depend. I'm not extremely smart. I can't really depend on my intelligence. I can't really depend on my looks. Some people out there really getting by because of their looks. Maybe they're like models. Maybe they you know, maybe they're doing some other thing. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to depend on outside of my creativity. And yeah, I'm just glad that people can appreciate my creativity, not to make myself sound like some cool guy or something, you know, or like some genius or something, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot to depend on. So I hope to God that I can make something of myself using my creativity. Right now I'm thinking about how the state of my nation really needs people to come through and try to make something out of nothing. Not to make this video too long, you know, and like branch it out into too many avenues and stuff, but my nation does need people who are gonna come out of nowhere and try to establish stuff rather than follow a set path. Because should I even go down here? I don't know, man. I've went down this topic like a couple of times in the past, but essentially, my nation needs thinkers and stuff, and I mean, my nation needs people who are gonna come out and, you know, make stuff emerge and whatnot out of nothing. And I believe that's what I'm doing, you know? Okay. I can tell that it's time for me to end this video because I'm starting to talk about the socio-economic state of the world right now. The geopolitical. What is it? What did my go Jaden Smith say? Can we talk about the political and the, what did he say? Shout out Jaden Smith, bro. But yeah, I'm really grateful. Um, yeah. Shout out Josh. Said that a million times now, but can't really say it enough, to be honest. And yeah, I'm hella optimistic. I'm glad that, you know, things are happening, and that I'm not just talking words. You know, I'm not just saying words. You know, because it sucks to just say words constantly. That's why I don't like politics, because it's just a bunch of people talking the whole time and nothing being done. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad that stuff is happening. And yeah, we'll speak again in the next video. God loves you. I love you. I'm talking to everyone now. And yeah, see you in the next one.